You would struggle to engage with social media these days without hearing about protein, such as how to achieve your protein gains for gym training or the importance of protein during menopause as two really common examples. But in this video today, I wanted to talk about the importance of protein specifically for repair and recovery in fatigue. Protein is needed in the body for a number of reasons. In terms of energy stability, protein helps us to stabilize blood glucose balance and prevent energy dips. And protein is an essential component for building hormones that actually regulate our energy provision. Now, when protein is digested, it's broken down into building blocks called amino acids. And really interestingly here, the body is only capable of making some of those amino acids, and the rest must be acquired through your diet. Now, these are called essential amino acids, and foods that contain all 9 essential amino acids are referred to as complete proteins. Meat, fish, and eggs, for the most part, are complete proteins, whereas plant-based foods do not always boast this full amino acid spectrum, meaning that if you are vegan or vegetarian, you may have to consciously combine plant foods in a meal to really ensure that you're accessing all of those essential amino acids. There are some plant-based proteins here that lead the way with all 9 amino acids, and those are things like quinoa, buckwheat, hemp and chia seeds, edamame and tofu, for example. And in clinic, we look at the specific protein requirements of our clients based on their individual needs. A really useful calculation here when it comes to fatigue is to take your weight in kilograms and multiply it by 1.2. So for example here, a 65 kilogram person would require a daily intake of foods containing 78 grams of protein in order to have enough amino acids to direct towards healing and repair at a cellular level. Be careful here not to confuse protein content with food weight. So for example, 150 grams of chicken contains 36 grams of protein. In clinic at OHC, we ensure that our clients are clear about their key sources of protein and how to eye a plate really quickly and understand the protein content. So there's no weighing and measuring here required. But it is surprising to see how many people do not reach this level of protein intake and therefore fall short in terms of their ability to repair at a cellular level. Now, generally, we would recommend ensuring that you eat protein at every meal and snack. And for those who are on the move, we can discuss how to support your dietary intake with supplementation or protein powders. But the amount of protein you eat is not the only consideration here. So how well you digest the protein and break it down into those amino acid building blocks is really key. Often then, an assessment of your digestive health is an essential consideration here. Do you have optimal levels of hydrochloric acid and digestive enzymes required to do this job for you? Gastrointestinal dysfunction is common in ME/CFS, with over 70% of patients reporting some level of gut disruption. So we must be really mindful of this if we want to access all of that protein within the diet. If you'd like to find out more about your protein needs, do book a free discovery call and we will explore how we might be able to support you.